How are we there, folks? Today we are heading out bush once more, camping in the southwestern forests of Tasmania. We'll be bush bashing our own path to get down to an inaccessible river, as well as exploring the bush, cooking campfire food, getting some awesome drone footage and enjoying our time out in nature. So let's get cracked on with our mission. It's a bit hard to see at the moment, obviously with all the fog, but in an hour or so, this is all going to clear out when the sun comes and we're going to get a beautiful view of a massive river down below, which we're going to go for a walk to, and we're going to be camping on top of this bluff here tonight. So we've got a good mission planned for us. It's going to be a fun time. You can kind of hear for a camping spot, but a bit too many rocks. Over here could be a go as well, but more or less the same thing. Everywhere I look, there's just a couple too many rocks in the ground. Here, big one here. We could probably fit the little tent on, but not going to be the most comfortable. So we're going to go for a bit more of a wander and see if we can find another good camping spot. Got an old little quarry here. I believe a lot of it is sandstone. Pretty sure. I'll have to see that. This hasn't been in use for quite a long time. I believe there used to be a bunch of quartz rock up here. I'm fairly sure this is, I'm not 100%. I'm never usually 100% when it comes to finding these things. I have a feeling something just in here, clearing out all these sticks away. We're not setting up camp too far from the vehicle this time. About 8 meters, long way away from home. Clear out all these biggest sticks. I just figured out that when the ferns aren't so dead and you split the stems, they get really sharp and stab out at you. I've got a bit of a fern splinter. It's right here, like it's sticking out a lot, but there we are. Oh, how about that? She really grabbed onto me a fair bit. I think you can see that. Pretty coloured pink rock. Bend that peg a bit. Maybe that's going into a bit of big rock there. Oh well, that's flat enough for us. That's not a rock. Possum leathers in. There we are. It's a bit squishy, not the most even ground, but we'll be able to get to sleep. We've got to collect some firewood now for our campfire later tonight. Lucky for us, this spot here has lots of dried, dead firewood, unlike down at Robbie's Falls. We're going to be right to get a fire going today. What are these little dead sticks to get the fire going? All the fog is lifted now, so we get a lovely view of the river and all the valley down below. And see that the river comes up this way here, gets to a point, and then does a massive 270-degree turn and flows back down this way. I don't know if we'll get to go for a walk up down into there. We're heading over to a valley on this side, and we're going track down, probably getting about over there somewhere. But we'll collect the rest of our firewood and then we'll shoot down there, come back up, and by then I think we'll be about ready for a tea. Back in 2019, we had some devastating bushfires here in south of Tasmania. You can see all the burn marks on a lot of the trees still here. They're all just scorched and charred. And all that valley down towards the river was completely burnt to the ground. That's also why it's going to make it a lot easier for us to get down there. Normally it would be a really, really hard mission to get through that valley and down to the river, because it was all just dense, thick shrubs and trees. But now we can just more or less hike it down just over some shrubberies. Diamond in the rough kind of deal, I think, if that's the saying. That's a good amount of firewood. That'll keep us going for the night. So we've got our tent set up, our firewood's collected. That's about all we need to do before we head down to the river. So we're gonna head over to the little valley. We're gonna start walking down. Hopefully we won't trip off a cliff and kill ourselves. We're gonna try and make it there in one piece. Man, since all that fog has cleared, she has turned into a ripper of a day. You can already see a faint track just here, created by all the wildlife that comes up and down from the river. They always seem to know how to find the best way, I think. So we're gonna trust them, follow their tracks and get down. It's gonna be a real tricky one to get back up. It's gonna really tire us out. I've got plenty of water back at camp though, so should be right. Oh. I'm thinking it's going to be better to cut into this valley just here, because you can see it all goes down, down, down to the river. But I reckon that's our ticket. I've got to be super careful about where I step, because if I slip over and start tumbling, I'm not going to stop until I get the bottom. And there's a lot of rocks here and that'll hurt. That'll really hurt. But I think we're going good. Oh. We've made it in to the little valley. Yeah, I don't know about this. Kind of sending it in a beeline. See what we can come up with. Oh, whoa, whoa, wow! But we are close to the river now. Oh. Oh no, where do I go from here? Far out. I think I've just got to power through it this way. Whoa. Ah. Wow. Ow. Look at that, we made it. Oh. Tell you what, I have a sweat up now, but that breeze is super nice. Oh, that feels good. It's just behind that tree, but we came from the top of that bluff just here. How cold is the water? It's actually not too bad. Oh man, or maybe it is. Oh yeah, once you move around. Yeah, no, that is cold. Oh. There's a set of rocks just down here. They look a lot more flat. So we're gonna head down there and we're gonna launch a drone, take it for a spin up and down the river. Right, how do I get back up? I don't actually really think there's a way I can get there without just cutting myself up through here. And I don't really want to do that. I actually think we're gonna take off from the log here. Get her in sports mode. Oh, there's a little pebble rock beach area here. Oh, that's wicked. I have heard you can get to the river on the other side. Yeah, my old man told me there's a full drive track you can take to there. So that's pretty cool. Oh, I'm losing signal. Okay. Oh, no. Whew. Yeah, I can say I'm not the finest drone operator of these lands, but I have one, so I don't know where I'm going with that one. I think it's time to head up, have a chillax and a cup of tea. So I'll see you back up at our campground. Well, I am truly and utterly, royally rooted after walking back up that hill. Oh my sweet dear Lord and baby Jesus. I really want a cup of tea, but I don't want to light up my fire yet. So I've got my MSR little fuel bottle here. These things are super good. Pump them a bit. You got to turn them off. You just want to get that little bottom part soaked in with all the fuel. You want to heat up this element. Yeah, there we are. So as it heats up, the liquid combustible kind of turns more into a gas or a vapor, which allows it to burn a lot hotter, I believe, which is why the flame then goes blue. Repeat yourself demanded Typhon. He loomed over the chapter surf, broad form of his armour dark and menacing. Looks like our tea is just about done. We've got some homemade pizza that Leah made. Cheers. Oh, that was well needed. It's a well needed cup of tea. That pizza's honestly going to take probably about 10 minutes to heat up, so hold us over until then. We've got some home smoked salmon from my old man. Salmon's really good. It's going to be hot enough. Rocket, pineapple, cheese, mushrooms, red onion, corn, peas if I didn't say peas already. Time for us to get our fire started. It's an old one. Oh. I think we're going to have a pretty damn good sunset tonight. Pretty beautiful spot. Oh. Oh. Swinging guns to our bearing. Any other ships following suit? Asked Garo. Garo's eyes strayed to the Vox alcove and met those of a man cowering there. His face pale and sweaty. Nothing so arcane, said the battle captain, reading the truth in the naval officer's expression. You, growled Garo. His eyes turned flintily. You alerted Typhon. Damn! hard to beat chilling out in the wilderness. A campfire, a chair and a cup of tea. Probably said that before, but it's really true. Really kind of grounds you back to earth. Get to hear all the crickets and the frogs, all the birds making their song. You can't hear a single car out here. There's no planes or helicopters that fly overhead, just the wind when there is. We even got ourselves a little cheeky one. And while we're watching the sunset, last night's black IPA. These go down very well. These are a good beer. There's a little skink here trying to get warm by the fire. Oh, he's scared of the GoPro. Oh, he's running away. No, sorry, mate. Alright, you can go back to the fire. Well, the sun's already gone down. It's only 5:15, so it's going to be near pitch dark by 6 o'clock. I reckon around then is when we're going to start cooking our dinner. We've got homemade lamb stew that my brother cooked up the other night. Bit of lamb, bit of onions. I think my old man cooked up a couple of mushrooms and chucked them in there. Tomato bolognese sauce stuff and... Wow, I didn't have it recording. Now, I've got my stew in here, and apparently I didn't have it recording before, so I was talking to myself for 5 minutes about how excited I am for this stew and how lucky I am that it's not windy tonight. That's all good. Oh yeah, nice. Oh, I'm hungry. Look at that for a bit of a feed. Lovely lamb stew. I just bit my lip already. Oh, ha ha! That side was very hot. Ouch. I'll have to collect some more wood in the morning for the morning fire. It's getting a bit later now, so I think I'm just gonna sit by the fire, let it die down a bit, and then I'm not gonna be far off bed. So I'll catch you all in the morning for a bit of breakfast, and yeah, we'll see you when I'm looking at you. Good morning. We actually slept pretty well yesterday. We better get up, pack up our tent and get a fire going so we can cook some breakfast. Not a bad looking morning. There's not many clouds in the sky. We should have a good morning. This is my first time wearing these new shoes out for a bit of a mission. My ones from Chile, they kind of been falling apart. They got holes in them. I've had to re-glue the sole about 4 times on the left shoe. These tent pegs are pretty crummy. Yesterday around, oh man, even around 11:30, 12, this whole valley was just covered in fog, and my dad and my brother and I were here, and as we were chilling it all just lifted up and kind of blew over the bluff and over the top of us. But we're not getting that today. We're getting the bloody beautiful blue skies. Got a couple of sausages for breakfast with some eggs. Beautiful. With a bit of ash from the fire. Alright, I think we're looking good with that. Bit of tomato sauce. Fly a drone in the wind? Maybe. I'm just going to take some gear back to the car and hopefully by then the wind has died down and we can fly the drone. Now I think I'm going to keep it more or less level or higher than myself, because when I go down low I think the signal can't really go down beneath the cliff and then through the trees and everything, so it can be a bit sketchy. Turn her off. That's a fun drone to play with. That's real cool. We've got our first kind of sketchy obstacle. Got to get into gear one. Massive log that's been cut. You got to kind of go on a funny angle, and then you got to like not hit the side of your car, and then you got to get over that little bump. Right, it was pretty easy to get over that bump. I thought it was worse before. I thought it was more boggy and you could get stuck, but obviously not. Oh, here we are. Big tree falling across the road. Gonna want to hug the left. Oh. Get a pretty good clearing. Obstacle number 2. We've got about 3 more. I don't think it will, at least not now. Nice. Whoa. Here on this corner yesterday, I nearly got run off the road by a great big truck. He came screaming around here and he bloody went sideways. His whole truck went from going bloody vertical to horizontal. And I was like, oh my good lord. Yeah, nearly got taken out, which gave me a bit of a scare, but yeah. Well folks, I hope y'all liked that video, and if you did, be sure to check out some other videos on the channel of bushwalking or even cooking videos and general adventuring. So, you all stay safe now, take it easy, I'll see you when I'm looking at you. Adios.